Hey everyone, sorry about the delay today. I had a billing issue on my enterprise account. I was actually going to go ahead and dig into it on stream now that I've re-enabled the billing. But you can see our costs are going a little bit up. I think there was a VM that got spun up, or a couple VMs even, that maybe shouldn't have been in there. So I want to go ahead and talk through how we can analyze that. I know it's a little bit different than our normal Databricks work, but yeah, you can see this virtual machine is really what put us over. Our storage isn't that crazy. So I want to go ahead and look at the resources in the subscription. I think, yeah, I can see resource groups or even resources, yeah. Okay, so then if I filter by type, because a lot of this stuff should be spun down, but I want to see the virtual machines. So I think most of these should be closed down. If I wonder if I can click into this and see it split out by resource. Yeah, so it's from, oh, it's probably, so technically, like you can see it's coming from our Mixer workspace, like our expected like Databricks workspace. So I think what might be happening there is this is the workspace that Databricks spins up behind the scenes. So this is all Databricks spin. So I think what we're going to want to do in this particular case is actually just decrease the frequency of our nightly jobs, like maybe go every other day. Or maybe even like every 3 days. So let's go ahead and dive in and let's look at how that change would be enabled. I also want to go ahead and check out, last time the YouTube stream didn't kick off properly, so I want to see if that's actually live. I think it was because it got started late, but we'll see. So let's, before I forget, so this is the only, oh, guys, I wonder why our spin went up. Man, so in the last Valorem Databricks user group, we set this up, and even though it's only going up for a while, that's still quite a bit of compute. So I'm going to delete this, and then switch the frequency of this up a little bit. That's interesting. I'll just restart this. So I think before I can adjust this, I guess I'll just do it every week for now. That's fine. This is the only time I'm even looking at it. That's fine. So what I wanted to see was whether or not we could change it to do like some interval or some like smaller period of time. But ultimately my goal is to just reduce costs right now, and we can dig into the rest later. So let's dig into why these nightly runs are failing. That's sort of a more immediate priority. So it's as always, silver is the culprit. You kind of come to expect that. So let's see. Right delta table is not defined. Oh, that's bizarre. This is missing the utilities function, or the utilities library. It doesn't get run. I think it happened when we did that weird merge. Like I went ahead and went into the revision history. I bet that's when it happened. So we'll just run functions, and then this should be healthy. We'll go ahead and let this run so that we can get some fresh data going, and then in the meantime, we'll go ahead and crack open our Power BI. Come on, Power BI. It's probably going to open up like 17 million of them now. Come on. Everything's slow all the time. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Power BI, of course, had to open up 17 million instances of that report. Because why not? Jesus Christ. I know this is thrilling content. I really wish Power BI would just behave. Oh well. Let's see if closing out some of these tabs helps a little bit. I don't even know what's taking up so much memory and edge. Just frustrating. And while this runs, I believe we can go ahead and walk through what was going on in our gold zone when we last left it off. So we're just updating these different views. So we went ahead and brought in fact, beer fact, brewery fact, and badges fact. So we can cross these off. So it was fact. Oh, come on. Yeah, fact, fact beer, and fact brewery, right? Yeah. And fact badges. Yeah, beer brewery badges. That's funny. Brought in some of our demo stuff. So really, come on, this has happened before. How do I magically? Okay, there we go. Got to be just so. So we'll bring in the rest of these SQL tables, and that's what's gonna essentially fill out our Power BI data model. So we were working on a direct connect model on this one. Sorry, this is actually the wrong report. We want Mixer PBI native connector import. This is the one. And I guess there's now a way to pin those reports. I'll go ahead and do that once that's back open. That's a nice little UI change. I don't think I've ever actually auto recovered anything, but it seems like a nice thing to have around. Okay, so this is thinking. Yeah. Okay. Well, we can go ahead and work on some of these unless this is open. Okay, so this is it. And this is our little data model. So you can see that we can brought this in, we brought these 4 tables in from the gold zone, and that's how we're going to do it moving forward. Note the one-to-one relationships with our fact tables. And really, like, if you think back to the other data model, this was what our limitation was being able to guarantee fresh data that was also deduplicated. So we're just going to keep extending that out. So like the next one we're going to do is this this beer view, and it's going to work the exact same as badges did. Like we're really just doing some pretty rudimentary logic here. Like in the future, if we were working with volumes of data to where we needed Databricks compute to do this, then we could. Really what we're taking advantage of here is some of the warehousing features. So we're quickly reading out delta tables, and we're doing a some transformations and deduplication on load, and then that's what's available at any given time to the warehouse. So we'll go ahead and we probably want to not confuse ourselves here and call this beer, and then I think this is beer. Let's take a look at this actually. We can look over here. Oh yeah, these are only delta paths. So we'll just bring it in up here. And the goal here is to see what our ID column is and what we need to rename, and then any other columns that might be unclear. So that's sort of the goal. So let's go ahead and run our parameterization and our functions. Nothing works without that. And that's something I've explored and might go ahead and implement. You can actually deploy these notebooks as jars at the cluster level. So these functions are defined anywhere. I think when you're still like in the development phase, it makes more sense to probably do them ephemerally as notebooks so that you can, easily like rerun this cell and get the new definitions versus rebooting the cluster. But that's sort of on our radar. So beer BID, we want to call and then we'll change name. No, I think all this is good. And all the types look good. Okay, yeah, cool. So I'll change this. No need to drop this. And then we'll write this out and register it. Again, the reason we have to do it in separate steps is because they, and we saw this in like the silver zone development, they'll try and run concurrently and it won't find any data to register until the writing is finished. There's a little bit of Databricks goofiness. But it's probably the best approach. So then we'll go ahead and run this. Okay, cool. So that worked for beer. So I guess we can go back and add all these at once once we're ready. So we'll do beer. What is beer info? Actually, I don't remember that one. Okay, that is not a delta table, so that works for me. I didn't think so. So the next one on our list is going to be brewery. And I don't think, where's the, I wish there was a way to like copy multiple cells. This could very well change my life. Control. What's the goal of selecting multiple cells if I can't do anything with them? Maybe we can move them around. Oh, it's Control Alt C. Okay. Control Alt C and Control Alt V. But I think we're in command mode. So it is copy current cell and then, so it should be C. Oh my God. That changes everything. Think about all the, oh my gosh. All the copy and pasting we did in the silver zone. Builds character. Okay. So let's get this knocked out. So we want to do brewery. So we'll change ID to brewery ID. So ID needs to change and then everything else looks clean. Okay, so we defined that, removed okay. Okay, so we'll write these out. Name, oh, we didn't change the name here. Okay. Okay, so brewery works. Okay, cool. This is coming right along. I think this copy and paste stuff is going to help quite a bit. Wow. The more you know. Okay, so we're done with brewery. We'll do comments next. Comment ID looks good. Created at. I don't think. Well, maybe created at would be valuable. Okay, that's fine. Kill teams again. I've thought about doing like sharing per window. There'd just be so much switching around. Sorry about that. Some administrative stuff. So let's go ahead and keep going through past comments. So comments is a relatively easy one to work on. I'm going to ignore the other fact tables for now and go ahead and bring in this, media, source, and so on. So let's go ahead and do media. Okay, so we want ID. In this case, we do have to update ID. We need it to be the photo ID. That ID should become not photo ID, media ID. So then, okay. So we got media. Then, okay, just thinking through. So we'll do this one next. So we'll do, you know, source is pretty useless, but we'll do it anyway. And then let's keep moving on with these. So that looks good. Oh man, yeah, it's always fun end of year. Just lots of communications and updates, and everybody wants to know, you know, what's going on with different stuff. But it's all good. Right register. So I see an extra register down here. That's why I was just making sure. So it's missing from media. That's what it is. source. And then this probably is a good guess, but let's go ahead and see. This is mostly a data validation exercise anyway. So you can get toast count. Crap. So, okay, so this makes me want to look at toast's fact. Oh, there's a like ID. Got it. How did I not notice that like ID? Let's change this from like ID to toast ID. And we can go from there. Let's try and knock one more of these out. And then we'll only have the facts left. And I'll probably hop on again this week. We'll see. It's been, as you can tell with my state of distraction today, it's been busy times, but this is what I end up thinking about after work anyway. We want to, we want to probably undo that. Okay. So we can make this venues view.